Welcome to FlashCore, your sharpest source for daily headlines and deep dives. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stay ahead of the curve. Picture this. It's early morning, and you stumble into the kitchen, eyes half closed, desperate for that first cup of coffee. It's the one thing that transforms you from a groggy zombie into a functioning human being, ready to face the day. The aroma alone is enough to wake your senses, and that first sip? Pure magic. But what if that magic started to vanish? Imagine reaching for your favorite mug, only to find the pot empty and the coffee jar running dangerously low. Suddenly, your morning ritual is at risk. That's today's headline. Brazil, the world's coffee giant, is sending fewer beans to the US. The steady flow of coffee we take for granted is slowing down, and it's making waves across the country. And Donald Trump? He's furious. Think golf course turned into a library furious. He's making noise, rallying his supporters, and turning this coffee shortage into a political hot topic. This isn't just a blip in the news. It's a brewing storm in every American coffee cup. Coffee shops are buzzing with concern, and headlines are warning of a caffeine crisis. Brazil is the Amazon Prime of coffee, delivering beans to the world. When they cut back, it's not just a hiccup. It's a full-blown caffeine crisis that ripples through every cafe and kitchen. Starbucks, Dunkin', your kitchen, everyone's feeling the panic. Baristas are worried, customers are grumbling, and even your trusty home coffee maker seems to sense the tension. Why is this such a big deal? And why is Trump suddenly the defender of our morning ritual? Coffee isn't just a drink. It's a daily lifeline for millions. It's a wild mix of bad weather in Brazil, global economics, and political drama. Droughts, currency swings, and heated debates are all brewing together. We'll break down why Brazil's making this move, why Trump's raging online, and what it means for your daily cup. Social media is exploding, and everyone has an opinion. So grab your mug. This is about more than just coffee. It's about how global events can shake up even the smallest parts of our lives. A farmer's decision in Brazil can shake up your morning in Ohio. The world is more connected than ever, and your breakfast table is proof. It's the butterfly effect, but with coffee beans. One small change in Brazil can create a ripple that reaches your cup thousands of miles away. And when Trump gets involved, it's not just supply and demand. It's a full-blown spectacle. The headlines get bigger, the debates get louder, and everyone's watching. Welcome to the front row of the great coffee crisis. Grab your seat and your coffee, because this story is just getting started. Let's talk Brazil, the Michael Jordan of coffee. When it comes to coffee, no other country dominates the game quite like Brazil does. Its sprawling plantations stretch as far as the eye can see, painting the landscape with endless rows of green. For over 150 years, Brazil has held the crown as the world's top grower and exporter, producing a staggering third of all coffee globally. That's not just a statistic. It's a legacy built on generations of farmers and a climate perfectly suited for coffee cultivation. Every third cup you drink? Odds are, those beans began their journey in Brazil, making their way from sun-drenched fields to your favorite mug. The US is Brazil's biggest customer, absolutely hooked on the smooth, nutty flavor of Brazilian beans. From trendy cafes to your local diner, that signature taste is everywhere. That house blend at your neighborhood diner? Chances are it's Brazilian coffee filling your cup, fueling conversations and early mornings alike. Our entire coffee culture is built on the assumption that Brazil's supply is endless, that there will always be enough to go around. But that dependency is risky. If something disrupts Brazil's output, the ripple effects are felt worldwide, from Wall Street to your local cafe. When Brazil changes the rules, the whole kingdom feels it. A single policy shift or a bad harvest can send shockwaves through the global market. We've taken cheap, plentiful coffee for granted, rarely stopping to think about where it comes from or how fragile that supply can be. Brazil's specialty is Arabica beans, the gold standard for coffee lovers everywhere, prized for their smoothness and rich flavor. Sure, Colombia, Vietnam, and Ethiopia make incredible coffee, each with their own unique profiles. But no one matches Brazil's sheer volume and influence. Replacing Brazil's supply overnight? That would be chaos. Empty shelves, skyrocketing prices, and a world of grumpy coffee drinkers. It's like swapping every iPhone for a flip phone, impossible without massive disruption and a lot of unhappy people. Our reliance on Brazil is a double-edged sword. It brings abundance, but also vulnerability. Now, with the pipeline threatened, we're all feeling the sting. Cafes, traders, and everyday coffee lovers alike. The world's coffee king just reminded us who's really in charge and how much we depend on their reign. And right now, the entire kingdom is nervous, wondering what the next cup will cost. So why is Brazil cutting back on its coffee exports? And what does it mean for the rest of the world? It's not because Brazilians have suddenly developed a passion for tea or are abandoning their coffee traditions. The real culprit is brutal weather. Frosts and droughts have devastated Brazil's coffee crops, leaving fields damaged and yields at historic lows. Coffee plants aren't quick to bounce back. They take years to recover from such harsh conditions. So this isn't just a one-season setback. It's a long-term challenge for farmers. With fewer beans to go around, tough choices have to be made. Who gets access to the limited supply, and at what price? Inside Brazil, prices are soaring, and locals are now competing with big exporters for every last bag of beans. Coffee, once abundant, is suddenly a hot commodity. The government is under mounting pressure to keep coffee affordable for its own people, as public frustration grows and protests loom. To stabilize the local market and prevent shortages, more beans are being kept within Brazil's borders instead of being shipped abroad. For Brazil, it's a logical move, even if it means headaches for coffee lovers and businesses around the world. There's also a strategic angle. By exporting less, Brazil can drive up global prices, making each bag of coffee more valuable. Fewer beans on the market means higher profits per bag for those who can still sell, helping farmers and exporters weather the crisis. For many, it's a survival move, not a punishment. Brazil is simply trying to protect its farmers and its economy from further harm. Brazil's leaders are looking out for their own, making tough decisions to support both rural communities and the national economy. The world's biggest coffee supplier is tightening the tap, and the effects are rippling across the globe. For Brazil, it's just business. But for the rest of us, it's quickly becoming a brewing crisis that's hard to ignore. And as the world's coffee lovers and businesses feel the squeeze, everyone's left wondering when relief will come. Enter Donald Trump. Capital letters, exclamation points, and outrage. He blasts Brazil's move as a disgrace, claiming it would never happen under his watch. For Trump, it's about America first. He sees Brazil's cutback as a bad deal. Brazil is getting rich while we pay more for coffee. Sad, he posts. He frames it as national pride and economic fairness. It's a perfect political opportunity. Coffee prices are easy to understand, and everyone's affected. Trump turns a supply chain issue into a rallying cry. Make America caffeinated again, practically writes itself. He promises to get our coffee back and stand up to Brazil. It's a simple, powerful message. The coffee crisis becomes a culture war, and your morning cup is now political ammunition. So what does this mean for you, standing in your pajamas, desperate for caffeine? Prices are going up. Your $10 bag of beans could soon be $15. Coffee shops will pass higher costs to you, the customer. Your daily latte? Expect it to creep up in price. Companies might change blends, swapping in cheaper, more bitter beans. You could see more coffee from Vietnam or Indonesia on shelves. The taste you love might change, and your favorite brand could be out of stock. Shortages? Maybe not empty shelves, but definitely less variety. Your go-to roast might disappear for weeks. It's a low-grade inconvenience that messes with your routine. For millions, coffee isn't just a drink, it's sanity. And now, even that's at risk. The morning ritual just got a lot more complicated. The coffee crunch ripples far beyond your wallet. Small coffee shops, already on thin margins, face tough choices, raise prices or risk closing. The whole industry feels it. Baristas, roasters, truck drivers, marketers. Fewer beans mean fewer jobs. A frost in Brazil can cost someone work in Portland. And for you? Imagine mornings without coffee, the ritual, the aroma, the peace before chaos. Disrupted routines add stress to daily life. Will people start hoarding coffee? Will we see a black market for Brazilian beans? Maybe mushroom coffee or chicory root will trend. Energy drinks might surge, or green tea could finally have its moment. Or maybe we'll all just be a little grumpier. The culture of coffee is shifting, and everyone's feeling the grind. Before you panic buy instant coffee, take a breath. The crisis is real, but coffee isn't vanishing. Other nations, Colombia, Vietnam, Ethiopia, are ready to step up. American roasters are already seeking new suppliers. This could be good. Diversifying sources makes the supply chain stronger. If Brazil falters, we can turn to others. It's like not putting all your beans in one basket. You might discover new flavors: citrusy Ethiopian, chocolatey Colombian. Cafes could offer tasting flights, making coffee culture richer. The transition won't be seamless. Prices will stay high for a while. But the industry is resilient. Brazil's move is a shock, not a death sentence. If coffee wakes us up, this crisis is a wake-up call. This isn't just about beans. It's political. Trump's outrage turns a trade issue into a firestorm, blaming Biden for weakness. Your morning cup becomes a symbol of national strength. The Biden administration can't control Brazil's weather, but they can't ignore the issue either. Expect new trade talks and efforts to diversify supply. The coffee crisis is now a pawn in political chess. It also fuels debates about globalization and self-sufficiency. Trump argues for economic nationalism, less reliance on foreign goods. The metaphor is powerful. Coffee is a stand-in for American decline or resilience. For politicians, it's a talking point. For us, it's just about wanting decent, affordable coffee. The political grind is as bitter as a bad brew. So here we are, coffee at the center of a global drama. Brazil's cutbacks mean higher prices and uncertain mornings. Our caffeine fix is more fragile than we thought. Trump's outrage has made this a front-page issue, turning beans into political weapons. The debate is now about pride and power, not just coffee. This is a wake-up call. Our routines are tied to distant farmers and global politics. The industry is adapting. New sources, new flavors, new realities. We'll pay more, try new blends, maybe cut back. But America's love affair with coffee isn't ending. We'll weather this storm, as we always do. Maybe we'll even appreciate that perfect cup a little more. The next chapter? We adapt, we sip, we move on. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm making a pot, while I still can.